is a problem, and some say the solution is still years away. But if you look at the reality, it's not like that. What they don't see is that the solution has always been there for years, and institutions like IMF to central banks now understand this, and they are looking for ways to utilize this particular technology. It is during this time Ripple, the company, was facing lawsuits all over the world. Like, they are being kind of pursued by different individuals, putting their lawsuits against them. And now it's kind of going away. You can actually see that the case is being kicked off, right? What can be the reason for all of this? Ask that question to yourself. When you see news like these and then you see news like this one, you have to actually get that understanding, right? You have to actually answer that yourself. So where are we actually headed? It's towards a new financial structure, a greener one, which is for sure. But for many investors, they still cannot see the holistic picture, and they bet on the main crypto contender, which is Bitcoin, and if you extend that, it goes to Ether as well. Now, my question to you guys is, do you look at just next couple of years, or more like, do you actually look at thing like next couple of years, next 3 to 5 years, next 10 years, or more? It's actually based on how you look at the market, right? So before answering the question which I asked, do check out the following information, because it may change your decision about how to make or formulate the answer for that one. Because this change which I stated initially about the new financial structure is being pushed out. If you look at different stock exchanges, they are now looking for regulatory clarity to list crypto in stock exchanges. And at a time when you are looking at governments trying to come into crypto during the health crisis turned into an economic crisis, they need more money at least to tax anyone who is making profit, and that's the reason these are all happening. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. If you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use the Patreon, PayPal, or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. Now we have news to cover, right? These are important updates turning in, and as you see, things are really heating up. We are getting more traction into Ripple, the company, when governments and central banks are moving towards this technology. When all of this is happening around us, we also look forward to the price, at least the short-term price fluctuations. And yes, it is kind of boring from at least last 1 month, staying in one particular range. That's from 0.23 towards 0.26. If you look at the price, yes, we are still at the support area, which indicates that there is a bit bearishness, but MACD is showing something else, right? If you look at a 4-hour chart, the MACD is showing underlying strength. Buyers are increasing, the momentum is increasing, MACD is going towards the upside. The trend line, as you can see, is going to the upside, and then the RSI is making a double bottom, after which it is pointing towards the upside. Now that's on a 4-hour chart, but when you come into a weekly chart and look at the trend which is being followed by the price, what you can see is that there is a little bit more space for the price to go to the downside, and the MACD, if you zoom in, you can understand it's kind of getting crossed, right? The MACD is kind of getting crossed, and that kind of shows that there is a little bit bearishness there. And the RSI kind of shows, yes, like the price, a little bit of room is there till the downward momentum reaches the support area. So if the price wicks or go down and touch 0.21 area, don't be surprised. But yeah, it's crypto world, we can't predict anything. Why? Because at the same time you do have horizontal support resistance area flowing like this. This was the previous support and this is the resistance. So if it come down, you should be looking at that area, because if you extend this one, because this is a weekly chart, you can see another resistance here and the support here if you extend this here, right? So currently we just wick down towards that support and we are still maintaining above that. So that's nothing much as an update for the price, but those are the factors which you should be considering when all of this is happening around us, because these kind of patents allow the company to enter into that area which is the hot topic on the table, which is the smart contracts in this technology. And when this is happening, you have to understand, previously it was being stated that XRP Ledger is a ledger which offers instantaneous payments with little transaction fee and other abilities considering other ledgers, but it doesn't actually offer smart contract. And that was the area when we understood that the Flare is coming up with the smart contracts which is being pushed into XRP Ledger. We were all happy about that, but now it is kind of showing that Ripple itself is going towards smart contract design. It's an Oracle based one, so they are kind of increasing the specifications which can be connected towards XRP Ledger. Now you have to understand, what you have to understand is they are the one who holds hell lot of XRP. So when the price bubbles or go into a huge bubble phase, they would be the huge profit taker in that arena. Even if they are looking for next 10-20 years, still they would be taking out some profit from the entire XRP portfolio. The same would have happened back during the crypto bubble of 2017. They would take some profit. So in the similar manner, when the price goes up, they are the one who are profiting from that. So if you are saying that they are keeping the price down, that's not logical. Now, the scalability issue of many of the networks still exist. So what we can think about that in a longer term perspective is that yes, they are trying to solve this, but they are not reaching a solution yet, and they are looking forward that at least it's going to take years more. And at that time you can see that XRP operating while moving forward with a bridge assets for smooth exchange of value. Now do understand, these are all recent articles highlighting this. Warren Paul Anderson tweeted, "Crypto is a start at the heart of the sustainable future for global finance." So what did we talk about after going through all of these articles? It kind of, if you said them like this, you are able to see a series of information which kind of looks like it gets connected to itself, or at least it conveys you some information with which your cognitive ability can make a network of information within that to take your own decision, right? Because when we see institutions like IMF and all coming out with these kind of information where they are adding exchanges, DLT platforms, and in the examples they have given RippleNet, IBM, Worldwire. Remember, this is in an IMF document, and this particular area in that IMF document, we went through that and we highlighted. They talk about fintech and big technology, and who's the fintech being highlighted there? It's Ripple. And who's the big technology? Calibra, which is from Facebook. So these are the area where Ripple, the company, is being named, right? They are being highlighted along with giants like Facebook's initiative in this new financial structure. Now, majority of us will not at first understand that the entire financial system is being changed and this is an opportunity. Because if you don't seize this opportunity, it may not come after 10, 20, 50 years. We don't know. Like, this kind of an opportunity gets there once in a lifetime. And that's why we say, if you want to seize that, it's kind of the time to do that. Why? The price is at the bottom, say 95% from the all-time high. The psychology of majority of the investors, even in XRP, I think, say at least those who are watching this video, 90% of them would be a bit of disappointed, depressed based on the price fluctuation, right? They are looking at small cap altcoins which are kind of pumping to the upside and they are getting profits, and you're like, okay, let me jump the ship. Should we jump the ship, or let us jump the ship together? But that's not what you should be thinking as an intelligent investor. at least a smart investor, you should be looking at areas where the price is low from its all-time highs, and this can't get much better than this. This is already 95% down. If you are entering this market now, if you are already averaged down, it's like sit back and enjoy the ride. That's something different from accumulating, right? Because the price hasn't yet reached above that long-term accumulation zone and entered into that reaccumulation phase. If you look at this area, you can understand this was a long-term support here, which is acting as the resistance now. So this particular area, which can be sorted out like this, is an accumulation zone. So if the price is to go above, like we discussed in Ethereum, it should come above 0.32. That means it should at least go towards 0.5 and then consolidate in this particular area before pumping to the upside. Now, why we say that? Because when the price is low like this and there is no much of positive price fluctuation, investors get to have low psychology for this asset and they kind of neglect this asset, and that is a time when you should be investing in that. Now, understand that doesn't mean it would be a 1 month, 2 month or a year scenario where the psychology would be down. If you look at silver's chart, you will understand what I'm talking about. If you really want to look at that, we can just jump into, say, silver chart on daily FX, or it depends on which side you would like to look at that. But for me, when I look at silver's chart, a long-term chart, what you can understand is the last time when silver peaked was during last bull run, which was in the recession area. Now, when that recession was happening around us, you should be looking at what things were evolving in the market. So this is the daily chart of silver, and when you zoom out, you can see a long time frame when the price was doing nothing. Right? Majority would be like the asset is not going anywhere. And if you look at this was the high of silver, which is around $50, and it came back till $12, $11 mark. So think about those guys who entered here, or at least entered at an area where the price reached around $15. Right? So they were thinking like the price is not going to go much, and they thought, yes, this is the perfect area to buy. And still, if you look at that, you can argue that it was the perfect time to buy because that was a long accumulation time. Now, when the price went to the upside, if you measure that properly, you'll understand that from the bottom, the price actually went to the upside almost 160%. Now, understand, these are traditional investment assets in which you use leverage, say into 2, into 5, into 10, depending upon your risk tolerance. So if you're using 2, 5, or based on that one, your profit would be multiplied like that. Say a normal investor who's like, taking a little bit of risk, a little bit of a reward ratio, that RR ratio usually used to be 2, and then you get like 300% of profit. Now, that came after waiting for a long time period, which is 5 years. Now, for that is the reason, the economic side, market cycle, everything together. But for crypto, it's a new asset. You don't have much of an information regarding the chart analysis to go through. But when you can see prices or of assets like silver being like this, you also saw the reason, like JP Morgan Chase and all being manipulating the price for so long. Now they are paying the fine for regulators, governments across the globe are identifying that they were the one who were suppressing the price. Now, who's suppressing the price of XRP? It's not a big question because it's not being suppressed in my perspective because the supply is increasing. We all understand that, and the market has already started to digest that thing in. And when that's happening, you should be looking at the next years forward, which we are looking at. The supply will also increase and the demand would be skyrocketing. So in that aspect, that supply would be the actual demand. It won't even fulfill the actual demand in that aspect. So now jumping into the fundamental side of it, it looks something like this, right? Stock exchange, even the stock exchanges would like to add crypto, but what they are waiting here, they're actually waiting there for proper regulations, the regulatory clarity to achieve or kickstart that initiative, right? An inside look at Wyoming state regulators prepping for first crypto bank examinations. Now, from yesterday's BitMEX news, you understood that when regulators step in, the bad guys, at least those who are not following the regulations properly, are having issues. You just saw that 35,000 Bitcoin was withdrawn from that exchange, and that kind of went into a price fluctuation, but it didn't affect much. Why? Because investors are looking at this as a reaccumulation area. So if they see a $400 dip, they would be buying that dip, right? Because the smart investors already understood that this is the right opportunity. When you look at this tweet from Ben Rickett, you see this. Globally, systemic important banks rank from most dangerous to least by incorporating a combination of balance sheets, different factors. You can see at the top, you have Deutsche Bank, you have Barclays, Mitsubishi Bank, Mitsubishi Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, Santander, PNP, a lot of different institutions in that aspect, right? And if you look, you can understand there are some guys who actually work with Ripple. And if you see this, they have an issue for capital. They have that risk management issue with them. What they need to do is to untie their capital. And these guys are already working with Ripple. That kind of looks towards the future of new financial system where they would be using a digital asset like David Schwartz highlighted previously. If they would like to go in from one asset to another, say one fiat to another fiat, and they don't actually know when they would be going from one to another and what kind of fiats would be required, then it makes sense for them, it makes sense for them to hold that vehicle currency so that they can move from one fiat to another easily. And when all of this is happening, do understand this is kind of something cool. And Status highlights this from Mr. Whale, which is the banking industry is a scam. The bank control money supply, bank creates money out of thin air, blah, 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 and other stuff. All of this, which has to be understood when we see banks like this, right? So that's not something really old. It's a new it's published in 30th September 2020. So when you understand that, they all are looking at a new financial crisis, which may even lead into a Great Depression. Now, depression is not your mentality. It's also your mentality, the psychology with the money in the economy. So like 1920s, 1930s, if that is being kicked in, it has to be understood how crypto market would be affected. And that's when I would like to actually show you guys this from XRP blog, which is from Hodor. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with him, but previously he was one of the princes in XRP community where he put out real good information for those who want to get educated about this space. It was really helpful. Now, if you would like to go through and read this, it will really give you that ability to understand what really is happening. It kind of gives you that perspective and it tries to help you understand what the market actually is doing. So I'll actually put all of these links in the description. You'll just have to check for xrpcommunity.blog, big numbers, big money. It will really help you. In summary, what this is showing you is like the entire market is still clean. Now, like Ripple, the company is based in San Francisco and counts a number of blue chip companies as clients. They have not yet gone public, but have instead, for the moment, decided to remain private. Now, that was back in that time, but now they are looking to go public. When these kind of changes are happening, do understand it turns out to be a 10 billion company and they are moving forward. So, Stripe is but one example of many in Silicon Valley. I recently analyzed the possibility of what would happen if Ripple goes public. The valuation I used for that analysis was half of Stripe's estimated market value. So what they are looking at is a talk towards Internet of Value. Even in that aspect, it will be connected towards XRP. So guys, that's actually a great read if you would like to go through that. Now when we see Coinbase now offers instant withdrawals almost in 40 countries, that kind of looks good for crypto exchanges, crypto traders, right? Instant withdrawals, that's something cool. Now if you're a good trader, you're making profit, that would be helpful for you guys. Guys, that's all for today, and if you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use the PayPal, Patreon or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.